What's up, you guys? It's Molly. Today we're going to be doing a full face of nothing new. So I am starting to incorporate these videos in to kind of show the Shop My Stash products in action. So if you're curious about what I'm going to use of the products that I pulled and the look that I come up with, or you just want to hear me chat about some nonsense for a while, step right up. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette I'm going to feature today is the Sigma Untamed palette. This is one of my favorite of these Sigma palettes. What is this? 14 pan Sigma palettes. I like this color story. The only thing that throws me off is this blue. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know what to do with that. I could actually easily pair it with this lavender shade. That would be really pretty. So the one thing that I love about these is they're really kind of put into quads for you. Like this green and yellow quad. So pretty. Now I'm like kind of wanting to do that. Ooh. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty sure, so I have a 3 looks 1 palette video up on my channel somewhere with this, and I know that I did like that quad for one of those looks, and it was, I thought, really pretty at the time. It has been probably like a year or longer since I've used this. Like, I don't remember using it in recent history. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Docile here. Docile? How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it? I don't know. Anyways, just going to lay down. I already primed my lids with my Ulta eye primer. So I'm just wanting to put this down so that the other shades blend out well. Not sure, I can't remember how well these blend. It's been so long. Okay, now we're gonna do Feral. This shade right there. It's like a nice kind of rusty terracotta. So it's blending well. No complaints whatsoever. So I just got a text from my son, my oldest. My youngest doesn't have a phone, so he's not texting. And he was like, hey, just a heads up, I'm probably getting detention. I did something stupid and I'm sorry. I won't ever do it again. I was like, first of all, good on you for like getting ahead of it and just I feel like that shows a level of accountability and responsibility that like I'm encouraged to see, because 14-year-olds are not all that responsible. So I'm actually, honestly, like, I'm disappointed that he did what he did. He and some of his friends were singing an extremely explicit, inappropriate song that I had never heard of. He shared with me what the song was, and I looked up the lyrics, and oh my God. Yeah, no. And so I think it'll invite some discussion tonight about, you know, just why that's inappropriate. So interesting. It's been an interesting that happened like 10 minutes ago. So I'm curious to see what his like punishment from school is going to be, and then, you know, see how receptive he is to the conversation we're going to have. Okay, now I'm going to take Rebel here. Raising teenagers is wild. You know, I saw something on Instagram. It was like a parenting coach. She was talking about just how there's that shift happens where you go from like when they're younger, like you're controlling them through consequences and, you know, all of that stuff. And now for teenagers, it's really kind of, you go from like the parent who's in control of their child to needing to be more of a mentor, talking, you know, so it's important to maintain connection so that you can have a positive influence. But I don't think with teens, that's not done by ruling with an iron fist. I think it's important to let them fail, let them make their mistakes, and be there to kind of talk about it with them. Not in an I told you so way, but as a like supportive, how can we learn from this situation way, you know? So anyway, sometimes I feel like I need to be harder on him than I am, but he's a really good kid. I mean, he does stupid things sometimes, but most teenagers do. And I appreciate that his school, you know, seems like all of his teachers are really, really cool. And just, they all seem to really enjoy him. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that situation anymore just because I don't want to give too many details because I think, I mean, it's not my business. It's his business to share. So, in other news, I've been really into sparkling water lately, and this LaCroix Sunshine flavor, I don't know if you can see it, it's so good. I mean, if you like sparkling water, and I do, so I'm into it. Where's my glitter primer? Okay, no, I'm not ready for that. What is happening? Okay, now I am going to take this black, it's the shade Wicked. I'm just gonna put this really close to my upper lash line. I could have used the eyeliner that I pulled. I still probably will. But I just want to add a little bit more depth here to create that sort of winged-ish look. Know what I mean? It's okay if you don't. Sometimes I don't know what I mean. But yeah, this flavor of LaCroix, it's very citrusy, but there's another element. It's like they put fresh air in it. I don't really know how. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but it is really tasty. You know, feels weird to say that sparkling water is tasty, but it's good. It's refreshing, maybe is what I mean. All right, so the Sigma palette is maybe a little bit patchy. I'm struggling a bit with some of these mattes, but it's nothing that I can't handle. Okay, NYX glitter glue. Here we go. And then on top of the glitter glue, I'm going to use the shade here, this Hustle shade. In other parenting news, let me share a parenting fail with you guys. So my youngest, who is 5, has never been a huge fan of washing his hands. I think he finds it to be a rather tedious task, and he's just not into it. I get it, but we still have to do things that we don't want to do, right? So, at one point, in my great wisdom, I told him that when he goes to the bathroom, if he doesn't touch anything, he doesn't have to wash his hands, okay? I think I feel like maybe we were traveling. I honestly don't remember because he was like little. He's still little, but he was like, you know, newly potty training little. Where the point, you know, I would be the one to like sit him on the toilet and, you know, touch the lock of the door and all of that stuff. And like, I think we were in a rush. And so look at me trying to justify it. But that's my side of the story. Like, we were in a hurry and I was like, listen, don't worry about it. You can wash your hands before you eat, but you don't need to wash your hands right now because you didn't touch anything. So anyways, that stuck with him. He was like, oh, okay. If I don't touch anything, I don't have to wash my hands. Excellent. So even now, to this day, he tries to not wash his hands. And I still kind of feel like, yeah, if you can go to the bathroom and like you don't have to touch anything, there's worse things that could happen, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. And I know that I should be. I know that I should be saying, no, you need to wash your hands no matter what. And I have told him that. My husband is also very adamant. He's like, you need to wash your hands. Doesn't matter. No matter what, you need to wash your hands. Well, this kid, and I'm telling you, I know that a lot of parents think their kid is really funny, and a lot of kids are really funny, but he's next level. And this is just one example. The other night we were sitting, my husband and I, we were all in the living room hanging out, and our youngest went into the bathroom, and I heard him say magic. And I realized right away that he was trying to convince us that he could magically lift the toilet bowl, the toilet lid. Because I always close it when I flush because, you know, like there's a huge spray of nasty, nasty toilet germs. So I close the lid every time. So he has to open the lid every time he wants to use it. If I've been in there. Anyway, so we hear him say magic. And he is trying to convince us that he is able to magically, without touching, open the toilet seat. You gotta give him props for like ingenuity, because that's not something that a lot of people would do. But yeah, I think it's also like kind of cute that he believes in magic. Like he would have to believe in magic in order to think that he can convince us that that's what happened. This is gonna be light. Sorry, foundation. It's the Rare Beauty. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but oh, I think it's going to be a little bit on the pale side, but I guess that's what bronzer is for. Whoa, man. I don't think I cared for this foundation that much. I think maybe that's why I haven't really used it. But yeah, and then he did the same thing this morning. And I haven't had the heart to call him on it yet because I think it's too funny. And I kind of think it's adorable. Magic. Like it showcases his innocence. Yeah, look at how pale I look. That's not good. But it's really, yeah, it's a good example of how like just how freaking funny they are, man. I wish I could remember some of the other things that he has said, but I can't. Okay, foundation, I don't like that. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. I don't like the way it looks. I think I look like kind of dead. And I'm not a real big fan here. Like that is pale. Maybe I need to try it more like winter timey. I don't know, but it also feels kind of dry. I'm also not loving the eye look, which leads me to wonder, do I really need to keep this eyeshadow palette? I don't know. I might depot it and keep that mustard because it's beautiful. Okay. I just feel, maybe it's a good match. Am I that pale? Wow. That summer tan, it faded real quick. Real quick. Okay, I'm going to set my under eyes with my Morphe, I don't know, brightening pink, I think is what she is. The other thing that's new and super exciting is we got home last night and I saw something scurry underneath my dishwasher. It's a mouse. We had our first like serious cold snap here, and that little stinker decided to come into my house and find warmth. And so I set a humane mouse trap. Sorry, I was just trying to look at it to see if he's in there. He's not. Because I am not about to use a traditional mousetrap. So I set a humane one, put some snacks in there. He didn't take the bait. So I'm going to change up the location and the snacks today and see if I catch one. But we had mice probably 6 years ago now. We had 2 cats at the time. It didn't matter. They didn't do anything. They didn't help at all. And that's fine. I don't want to deal with like dead mice. But anyways, so I got this humane trap and I caught 3 and that was it. Didn't catch any more. That was it. And I would take them out. We've got a field nearby. Take it out there. Let nature have its way with it. I just don't want to be the one responsible for its demise. That's how it is. Okay, bronzer. I've got... I don't know what this is called. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Does it still smell? Yes. I remember a time when I really liked that smell. I don't hate it. I think maybe it's gone off a little bit. Like it's not quite as like good as it used to be. And the last I heard, Physicians Formula was no longer cruelty free because they were selling in China. But I honestly haven't been following cruelty free news for a while. There was something a couple years ago that made it sound like China was not going to require animal testing anymore. I need to brush up on that because I don't know what's what. Okay, this is bringing life into my skin, which is good because I was looking a little bit like a zombie. A little bit like the new Frankenstein. Have you guys watched that? I started watching it today, but it's like 2.5 hours long and I had to go run some errands. So I'm going to finish it here when I'm done filming. I have like 30 minutes left, but so far I like it. Okay, for blush, we've got I haven't used this before, but it's the JCat Beauty Blush Mallow in the shade Honey Me. So I'm going to use this bad boy. This is the Give Me Glow DC2 brush. Mine is dirty because of course it is. It's who I am. Just dirty old Molly. Ooh. And JCat's packaging is, you're getting what you pay for, I guess. Ooh. Don't get ahead of yourself. Be cool. This is kind of nice. Not gonna lie. I had low expectations because I'm kind of a snob and I know that there's good drugstore makeup, but there's still a part of me that's just like, that's not going to be very good, which is annoying. I don't like that part of me, but I'm just being honest. Sometimes I'm like, I don't think so. But that's pretty. Is it too much? I don't care. Maybe a little too much. Let's get the nose. Make you look like you just came in from the cold. Christmassy. I feel like it's too much. I feel like I'm gonna just kind of blend that baby out a little bit with my powder brush. Okay. I need to start writing down the things that my youngest says though. I mean, for real. I have said, people have been telling me for years now, like, you've got to start writing this stuff down. The ADHD is just, I'm unmedicated and I just don't remember things. I don't remember to do that. I don't know that it's the ADHD or if I'm just flighty. Or is that the ADHD? Yes. Yes to all of the above. Okay, for my highlighter, I'm gonna use the same brush and it's the Stila Kitten, Heaven's Hue highlighter in Kitten. This is one of my all-time favorite freaking highlighters. It's stunning and I love it. Can you see it? No? Sure can't. Let me try my finger. There, oh, just look at it. It's this like wet look. Take no offense to my finger. I just need to get this on my skin. You know what? I've always applied it with my sponge and it worked well. So why am I trying to do something different? Your guess is as good as mine. I really don't know the answer. I don't know how I feel about the eyes. Like, it's fine. I'm just not in love with it. I think I want to add something to zhuzh up my eyes. So I'm going to go in, this might be a mistake. It's the Tarte Chrome Paint in Park Avenue Princess. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. I feel like it's a different shade than what I have, but it's really, yeah, what I have is more cool toned. That's fine. And it would have been pretty just how it was, but I'm so used to using like really special shades on my lids that anything that isn't super special is just kind of a flop. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay. Oh, I also could have used my Stila Smoldering Satin, but let's not. It would be too much. Okay. For the, I am going to use my liner. I pulled, oh, here's what happens. This is why I don't use liner, because I have to sharpen it. And I don't know where my pencil sharpener is, and it's something that I always forget to buy. So it's like I use liners until there's nothing and it needs to be sharpened, and then I like don't use them anymore. But let me see. Let me see if I can use anything here. As I recall, this is a, whoa, wow. I look like crazy Aunt Tammy. I'm gonna like buff it out with this Sigma brush. It's a dang good eyeliner though. It's like super creamy. For lips, this might be a mistake, but I'm gonna try the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Lip Cream in the shade, it's the Legend of Korra. I don't know if that is that, maybe that's a shade name. I have no idea. I don't know if this is available anymore. I don't remember purchasing this. Oh. I think it's a mistake. All right, so there's the lip. The jury's out. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little patchy. The shade is really pretty, and I think it pairs well with the eye look. So we'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic. I hope that it looks good. I hope it wears well, is what I'm trying to say. In my experience, some of the ColourPop lippies do not wear well at all. Like, it's unbelievably bad a lot of times. So we'll see. And I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. You know, if you did, do the stuff. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.